you are in for a real treat. This is a ginormous, huge, globe-trotting spectacle. It's got the wit and style of the great Guy Ritchie. Give it up for Guy Ritchie, everybody. We've got 7, 8 seats to fill up with amazingly charismatic actors I'm going to talk to before the show. You really have you have the lottery ticket. You're in the right place tonight, so thank you for being here, guys. Before we start this little Q&A and show the movie to you, I want to acknowledge a couple folks that some are here, some could not be here. First of all, I already mentioned the great Guy Ritchie. He can't be with us tonight because Guy Ritchie is always making a movie. This is the gift and curse of Guy Ritchie. He wanted to be here tonight, so again, please give it up for the great Guy Ritchie. I want to acknowledge the great writer James Vanderbilt, who of course is hugely integral to this. A movie this big requires amazing producers. Give it up for Skydance Media, for Vincent Films, everybody, for Tough Guys Films, and for Project X, everybody. All right, but we have a bunch of seats to fill. Please give a warm welcome to this amazing cast. Give it up for John Krasinski, for Natalie Portman, for Eiza González. They're coming, guys. Keep it going. John, where are you? John Krasinski, Natalie Portman, Eiza González. Keep it going, guys. Domhnall Gleeson is with us. Arian, Moayed, Alonso. It's chaos up here. Carmen, Ejogo, and Benjamin Cheevers, everybody. Eventually, we'll figure out where to sit. Don't worry, guys. This is the dress rehearsal. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Okay, we're out of time. Sorry, guys.
Oh, thanks so much.
Guys, congratulations on your amazing movie. John, do you want to just act out the movie instead of showing it?
Yeah, that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah.
It's a one-person show? Yikes.
This is a gigantic movie. Look, you've done action. Jack Ryan's a pretty taxing role, but talk to me a little bit about the scale of this, the action required, the physicality. What made this special for you?
This cast made it extremely special. It was so much fun. This was some of the most fun I've had ever on a movie. And then I think we'd all agree that Guy Ritchie was the big thing. I mean, I don't think I had any idea just how big this movie was gonna be. And then you throw it through the lens of Guy Ritchie, and it's just a huge, wild adventure. And I think the difference was in Jack Ryan, I get to decide what I'm doing action-wise, and Guy just would be like, yeah, so Johnny, the train's gonna go, and just run and jump on. And I was like, oh yeah, but we're going now. And he's like, yeah, go on. And then the train's moving, and so every stunt was just sort of assumed that I would do it. And it worked. It worked.
So what's the moment you're out and think, okay, the scale of this is this, they don't make films of the scale very often.
When I was running after a moving train.
That's it. Yeah. Stupid question.
Yeah, no, I think for me the scale, I think where my brain exploded was in Cairo at the pyramids. When we were shooting at the pyramids, just saying it feels crazy. That was the most selfies I've ever taken in my life.
One of the things this audience is about to discover is this a very unique film. Family is very important to this film. Natalie, I'd love to hear you speak on this. You and John play siblings in this, and look, the standard operating procedure for something like this is love interests and this kind of a thing. How did that family aspect change the nature of this film for you?
Well, it was extremely exciting, and one of the things that was interesting to me was to have a brother and sister at the center of the movie, especially something about Fountain of Youth. I think to have someone opposite you who is someone you've known since you were a child, of course, in the fiction of the story.
No, we've known each other since we were children.
This is a weird coincidence, but that it feels, apt that it's a character that you've known each other and you can remind each other what you were like as kids. And then there is pretty incredible romance with Eiza's character and John. That is one of my favorite on-screen romances I've seen.
Let's talk to Eiza. Eiza, you have been officially part of the Guy Ritchie Club for some time now, Three Timers Club. Talk to me a little bit about why you guys click and what separates Guy for you.
Oh, he's just so much fun. I think that whenever you get the chance to work with a director that champions you to such level and believes in you more than you believe in yourself sometimes, it's very helpful. And, you know, I just adore Guy because Guy creates an environment. He doesn't create just a movie, it's an experience. And being with a director that is curious about everything, curious about every scene, every line that comes into play, how to elevate the scene, how to like curate around each actor. And that's what I love from my first experience, and this was my third film with him, is just sitting there and watch him absorb every single one of them and then see, oh, well, there's this little thing that hasn't been unlocked from this person or that person, or be more silly here. And that just reminds you to be what we are, actors, and enjoy the moment. And I'm just grateful that I got to do it again with this cast around the world.
Domhnall, let's talk about, finally you get to be in a film that's going to be seen by a worldwide audience. Congratulations.
Oh my God.
That's horrible.
No.
What a horrible man.
A
horrible man you are.
I've seen About Time 45.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have seen that
Listen, you don't know what dynamic.
Okay, sorry.
You still love me? Are we okay?
Everything's fine. Don't call me.
Let's take a quick five. Let's just take a quick five.
But this is like, look, the worldwide audience that's going to be exposed to this in just a couple days. This is going to be on a billion screens around the world thanks to Apple TV. This is a movie that's intended for the world. Can you talk to me a little bit about why this one plays, you think, to a worldwide audience and what it's like to be part of something like that?
What John said, I think it's a Guy Ritchie film, but he's pointed his attention towards a family film. And with John and Natalie leading the way, I think it's just incredible fun. It's got incredible energy. And Natalie talked before about wanting to look for stuff to watch with her kids, like to sit down and watch with your kids. And I think that I'm really hoping that loads of families sit down to watch it together because I think they'll flip it and love it.
I'll watch it with you.
Hey, we're family.
Arian, Laz, I'd like to hear a little bit about the locations a little bit more. Do you have a favorite? I mean, you're around the world truly for this one. Favorite location you were in?
Mine would have to be Vienna. You know, I grew up playing classical piano, and I had a little Beethoven head on my piano, and to be able to like go for a bike ride and go see his apartment, see like where Mozart used to live. The hotel was right next to the Vienna Opera House. I wasn't working as much as this guy in Vienna, so I had a little downtime, but I got to really, you know, absorb the energy of the city and check that off my bucket list. That was amazing. And listen, we really were crawling out of real Vienna sewers when we came out of the sewer pipes. So on location in a Guy Ritchie movie is truly on location.
You earned the paycheck.
Yeah, that wasn't on a set somewhere in London. We were coming out the sewer.
Nothing is fake, by the way. Everything you'll see on screen is 100% the backdrop that we were at, which is unheard of in this day and age, by the way.
Arian, what jumps out at you?
I mean, they've said it, but the pyramids was just unbelievable. Just, you know, having that as a backdrop was amazing. And yeah, I just wanted to double up and say, like, working with Guy has been so fun and so spontaneous. And I just remember one day they're like, "Do you have any lines today?" I'm like, "I don't think I do." And then all of a sudden they're like, "Guy wants to see you in the trailer." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then they gave me a monologue, and I said, "Am I shooting this? Is this a scene?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Are we shooting this today?" He goes, "In about 30 minutes." I said, "Okay, cool." He goes, "My favorite part is, do you want to read it?" "No, Guy, let's just shoot it." So it's just a fun, and it just made it more fun and alive and just like exciting, and like you get out of your head and get into the play. Just get to play a little bit, which is the best part of a Guy movie.
They're about to see the film, so I don't want to ruin the film for them, Carmen. But do you have a favorite scene they should keep an eye out for?
Oh my
Favorite
goodness.
moment?
I love everything that I do with this guy. There's a lot of very silly moments between us. We have a good sort of sidekick sort of rapport going on. In some ways it's a backdrop. Vienna, Cairo, all of these amazing places, but actually they're also characters in a way, because I as an actor really felt like the energy of the pyramids. I mean, there is no better way to show up to sort of be an actor on set than on a Guy Ritchie film, I don't think, because you have such amazing access. And there's something energetically that then starts to infuse the scene, becomes part of the actual atmosphere. So for me, my favourite scenes were the ones that we got to do absolutely in Egypt, and also at the Vienna National Library, right? Where I now know where all the secret doors are. I mean, like we get full access to this stuff, and it really infuses the work. It makes a difference as an actor when you can start to really feel like you're like really engaging with the environment in that way. And as Ace was just saying, nothing is fake. There was no CGI. It could have been done that way, but it makes a big difference for us as performers to really be there, and it's for real.
For me, sure, some might think it's a Natalie Portman, John Krasinski movie. No, this is a Benjamin Cheevers movie.
Yes! And the best dressed.
Yeah, really the best dressed.
Double-breasted came out.
Yeah.
We can all learn a thing or two. What's your favorite memory making this one, man? This must have been so exciting.
I mean, apart from going to Egypt was amazing, I hosted a basketball tournament on set with all the cast. But you know what? I didn't actually get to play a game with John, so I'm still waiting for one. So hopefully we'll get to do one.
Right here, right now.
Because we will be doing a sequel, right?
Very smart. Good
Like
job.
this.
Good job.
Greenlit, right here. Knows the business.
We can all learn a lot.
Before we let this audience see the film, there's some thank yous. I know, Natalie, you have some thank yous you wanted to send out?
Yes, we wanted to thank Matt, Zach, Jamie, and everyone at Apple for releasing and making this film.
And John?
Yes, 100%. And to everybody at Skydance, who I love working with on a lot of different things, but who's here? Matt, Brad, Don, Rebecca, Dana, and of course David. Thank you guys. It's always so much fun working with you, and let's do it again sometime.
After you see this movie, you're going to see what all the hype is about. Spread the good word. This movie hits Apple TV Plus this Friday.